My name is Sparty, and Season 7 is finally here, and you need to learn the meta, and I'm here to help you. Alright, so I just got some notes here, and I'm just going to be reading down these bullet points and kind of just going off the top of my head here. So the new spots are usually always contested, but you're going to want to learn those as fast as possible. So if you need to land outside these locations and rotate in, obviously you can get a bunch of free kills by doing this, but you can also learn the new location much better. These new locations have henchman chests, and henchmen spawn with minis, so if you kill them you'll get minis. And they also have the new sniper, which is called the railgun, at these locations. I don't know if you can get it anywhere else in the map, but these guns are OP as fuck. You can shoot through walls, so yeah. While we're on the topic of the railgun, the recon gun and the railgun are very OP as a combination together. The recon gun has 2 bullets in it. You're going to basically be wanting to shoot this as much as possible because the bullets take 15 seconds to reload each and you have unlimited ammo. But when you're in the vicinity of a person, you'll get that little shakedown animation, the little diamond on top of their head, and you can see them through walls, and this will be basically a free kill if you have both of these things in your inventory. Also, the purple named locations are going to be the places with aliens, and if you get abducted, you can just shoot the little gun in the UFO and they'll die, and you can just take the UFO and fly around if you really want to. I don't really recommend it if you want to get better at the game, but fuck it, they're in it, just take it. Old crafting is now gone, and with new crafting, you only need 1 nut and bolt to craft. It's only side grading, so you go from an AR to a burst or a pump to a lever, stuff like that. And if you plan on upgrading, make sure you wait until you get to the end of your looting route or whatever, so that you know that you have the best loot possible. For instance, if you get a purple tack, you'll be able to upgrade that to a purple lever, and if you have a scar, I don't know why you'd want to upgrade that to a burst, but maybe you're a controller player, so who knows. I'm just joking. But anyway, while we're on the topic of the lever shotgun, make sure you're reloading that as much as possible because that shit takes forever to reload. But I think that it's going to be a very viable option during this season. All the shotties seem to be pretty balanced now, so make sure you're sitting in creative with that lever shotgun and getting as good as possible with it so you can stay ahead of the meta. It shoots fastly, so if you can learn how to use this correctly, you can get 2 shots off before the other person gets 2 pump shots off. So one thing I didn't add to my list, but I'm just kind of saying off the top of my head right now, is vending machines. So they have vending machines at the many named locations in many places around the map. Go to Fortnite GG if you need to find these locations. Make sure you're checking these vending machines because there could be a blue pump, for instance, for 50 gold. Whereas upgrading from a green to a blue at a crafting bench would take 300 gold. So make sure you're implementing these into your loot path if you want to get the best loot possible. While we're on the topic of loot paths, make sure you're optimizing your loot path now that the meta has changed and there's new items and all that. Fortnite GG has all the shit you need to know, so make a new loot path if your location changed or anything like that. It costs a lot to upgrade, so maybe try to implement vaults into your loot route and just try to find any AIs that you can do a challenge for, and by doing this you'll be able to maximize your amount of loot. These are the biggest tips that I have for this season, and I hope that gives you a good idea of how the meta is going to be this season. Basically it's just the same thing as last season, just with different items, so don't worry about it. Go try out the new POIs, go try out the new items. Have a fun time, boys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I post videos every day, so stay tuned for a brand new episode tomorrow. And peace out, boys.